Everyone says the elevator is harmless, but if it ever stops on a floor that's not supposed to exist, don't step out, because the doors won't open to where you came from. They'll open to something that remembers you. It was almost 1 a.m. when Clara finally finished her work. The office was dead silent, just humming lights and the echo of her own footsteps. She pressed the elevator button, yawning. The ding was louder than usual. The door slid open, and she stepped in, pressing L for lobby. The panel glowed faintly red. The elevator started to move. 2019, 1817. Then it stopped. Hard. The display flickered. 13. Clara frowned. What? There's no 13. Her building's elevator skipped that number she'd noticed before. And yet, the doors opened. Darkness spilled in. A long hallway stretched out, gray walls, flickering lights, and a smell like wet ash. She took one cautious step forward. Her heels echoed like she was inside a giant, hollow shell. "Hello," she called out. No answer. The elevator doors closed behind her. She turned back, pressing the button. Nothing. The panel was dead. Then a faint bell rang somewhere down the hall. Not the elevator bell. Older, cracked, heavy. Ding, ding. Each sound got closer. Clara followed the noise, trembling. Every light flickered as she passed beneath it, dying one by one. At the end of the corridor, she saw an old door slightly open. Light leaked through, warm and golden, too warm. She pushed it open. Inside was a small office. Desks burnt black. Chairs melted into the floor. The walls were scorched, yet the air was freezing. Then she saw a reflection in the cracked glass window. A man standing behind her. She turned. Nobody. A whisper drifted by her ear. "You shouldn't be here." The lights exploded with a pop. Sparks rained down. Clara ran back into the hallway, her footsteps slapping against the concrete. At the far end, the elevator stood open again, but inside a man was waiting. He wore an old janitor's uniform, name tag half melted, face gray and burned. "Janitor, you took the wrong stop." Clara froze. "Janitor," softly. "The one that burned. The one they erased." He stepped closer, and as he did, his shoes made no sound. Smoke drifted off his arms like mist. The elevator bell rang again, sharp, echoing down the endless corridor. Doors on both sides began to open one by one. From each, shapes emerged. Children in old uniforms, faces blackened, eyes white. They whispered, and voices layered on top of each other. "We didn't make it out." "Stay with us," Clara screamed, sprinting toward the elevator. The janitor didn't move, just watched her run. When she reached the doors, she slammed her hand on the close button. The doors began to shut, slowly. Too slowly. A burned hand shot between them. Clara screamed, kicking it back. The door slammed shut. Scene 6. The elevator shot upward, violently. She clutched the railing as the lights flickered, and the display flashed wildly. 13, 14, 19, 20L. Finally, with a loud ding, it stopped. The doors opened to the lobby, bright, normal, alive. She stumbled out, gasping. The night guard looked up from his desk. "Ma'am, are you all right? You look pale." Clara shook her head. The elevator, it stopped on 13. The guard frowned. 13. "Miss, that elevator doesn't even go past 20. and the old system with floor 13. He hesitated. It burned out years ago. Clara turned to look at the elevator. It stood still, silent. Then the display flickered once. 13. Her phone buzzed in her pocket. She pulled it out. New message. You shouldn't have left. She looked up. The elevator doors were open again, and inside, faintly visible through the darkness, the janitor stood there, smiling. The doors slid shut. Ding. Fade out.